finally, the gaseous spheres.
Yeah. So
They are slightly different.
slightly in the sense that in the case of a liquid fuel, you have to actually raise the pressure,
Right.
create the atomization. Something similar to a garden hose situation. In the case of gaseous fuels, you are actually going to limit the pressure.
Right.
Because gas typically is available at setting the phase via the bar gauge, whereas the firing pressure is a lot less and in modern day the us. So we are talking about 304 millibar. That's just about that. So very important that gas, and it is akin to saying that gas will diffuse inside the chamber. You have air getting inside. There is mixing which takes place, and then it is ignited using a spark or a pilot flame, and then the process is controlled thereon.
So gases don't really suffer from the surface area combustion limitation for itself.
Not at all. That is why it is an advantage, and at the same time it's a disadvantage because it is very easy to, it is not very easy to control.
Yeah, right.
You need to isolate. So you have devices in the safety. If you look at a typical gas train, you have pressure switches, you have leakage detection systems, and you have leak-proof valve.
Right.
So we do not want the gas diffusing into the furnace even by mistake.
Yeah.
Because that is a sheer shot. Just imagine a situation where gas leaked. And you were not aware of it. You felt that all the systems you had were signed. Gas is already there in the system. And then suddenly there is the spark which is introduced.
Right.
That is a situation where suddenly you have a fuel and air, or something similar to an IC engine taking place inside the boiler. The boiler is not designed for. So that is a backfire. So it can potentially harm the equipment, and it can potentially cause fatalities. You would see something which we need to avoid. The burner has a lot of mechanisms to overcome all this. With gas, we need to be that much more careful.
Yeah.
So, but as a fuel, if you look at gas, if you look at solid fuel, the challenges of solid fuel, if you look at liquid fuels and gas is the most cleanest of fuels.
It combustion.
Very easy to handle. Even with gas which is not available, if we have, there are a lot of customers that ask, we use vaporizers. We have gas banks, and they use vaporizers to basically make the gas available at the required pressure and in the farm, because you have liquid, the gas getting converted to gas and then fired. So all of this basically has helped us to a great extent in ensuring that we are able to make the entire process safe. And in fact, currently, if you look at the country, there is a certain help towards gas. In fact, even the government, for that matter, is encouraging and making fuel available at a lower price. So we've seen this across the entire length and breadth of the country, that a lot of the customers, at least in the urban areas, are moving from liquid and the solid fuel fired gaseous.
Because if I understand this correctly, even the particulate emission related issue will be very low when it comes to gaseous things.
Absolutely. So in fact, that was the principal driver. In fact, the particulate emission which is there in the case of solid fuels is totally missing in the case of gas. You have NOx, which is a problem in all the fuels. But NOx is also lowest when it comes to gas firing. But we are able to limit it. Well, if you look at the modern day burners, we are able to limit the heat flux and then vaporizers. So even in terms of emissions, they are the best. Control, they are the best. Depending upon the economics, as I said, finally, we in the industry, to a great extent, have to work with the economy.
Yes.
That is going to be the data point which will determine all our subsequent actions and contribution.
Okay, fair.